everyone, and welcome to the channel Amy Reads Books, where I bring you book reviews from all different authors and all different genres. Today I will be giving you a breakdown of The Wedding People by Alison Espach. There are no spoilers in this video, and I'm giving you my honest opinion. Please know my opinions are my own, and you may feel differently than me, and that is the beauty of reading and interpreting stories in our own unique way. Before we get started, let me show you the three categories in which I will be reviewing books. First off is readability, second is predictability, and third is accessibility. So for readability, really the definition of this is how easy the book is to read and how well it was written. Questions like, is the writing style refined or is it basic? Does it hold my attention throughout the book? Secondly is predictability. This pretty much speaks for itself, but this is how predictable the storyline is. You know, am I going to know what's going to happen at the end of this book or at the end of this scene? When I give this a low score, that means that the book is very predictable, which for me, I find boring. A higher score means the book kept me guessing and I don't know what's going to happen. Lastly is accessibility. I am an advocate for supporting your local library, and so I'm going to share with you ways that you can obtain this book through your local library or purchasing on a secondhand site. Just know I live in a moderately populated area, so the data that I am using comes from this type of area. The Wedding People was published on July 20th, 2024, so this is still a relatively new book on the market. It was chosen as a Goodreads Choice Awards for Best Fiction in 2024, and it's rated 4.11 out of 5 stars with over 700,000 ratings on Goodreads. It's a 384-page book, so it is perfect for a quick and satisfying read. The story is about a woman who is experiencing a significant life crisis and winds up in the midst of an extravagant week-long wedding. Throughout the course of the book, you are introduced to many different characters and their storylines, and you can't help but feel emotions towards them. Some of them good, some of them bad. The story itself is a testament to the fact that people come into and out of your life for a reason, and that every encounter can be a life-changing experience. So for readability, I rate this a 5 out of 5 stars. Espach writes in a way that is easy to understand, and she touches on different emotions and feelings that I know some of us have experienced at least one time in our life. She uses really great imagery in the book, and you feel as though you are a guest at the hotel watching this whole story play out in real life. I enjoyed the dialogue between all of the characters, and many of the scenes were touching, some of them hilarious, and some of them were sad. When I feel emotions while reading, that tells me that the author has done their job well. As for predictability, I would rate this a 3 out of 5 stars. There were a few moments in the book that caught me by surprise, but overall, the storyline and the ending of the book really was how I was expecting it to be. While it was predictable, it was definitely a satisfying read. Finally, accessibility. Again, disclaimer, I live in a moderately populated area, so the data that I'm pulling are from the 2 libraries that I'm a member of, and I'll also provide you some secondhand site options online. So on Libby and Overdrive, one of the libraries had 54 digital copies of The Wedding People, but it had a several months wait, while the other library had 31 copies available and it was an 18-week wait. If we looked at the audiobook version of that, it was exactly the same. At one of my libraries, 56 physical copies are checked out with 67 people on the wait list. The other had 32 copies and it was just completely unavailable with 69 holds. It was the case for me that this book was chosen for my book club, and since the library didn't provide any quick options or solutions for me, I ended up buying my book secondhand off of Pango Books for only $5. If we're looking at other sites in general, Pango Books had been ranging between $10 and $13. A-Books was roughly around $15, and used on Amazon ranged from $11 to $20. Overall, I rate this book a 3.83 out of 5 stars, which is pretty close to the Goodreads rating of 4.11 out of 5 stars. I felt moved by this book, and I know it'll have an impactful meaning for anyone who has experienced or knows someone who's experienced what the main character was going through. I recommend this book to anyone who is looking for a wholesome fiction novel, but be forewarned, you will be running the gamut of emotions as you read through this story. Thanks for watching my review of The Wedding People by Alison Espach on Amy Reads Books. See you in the next one.